What is up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to I Wanna Be The Boshy on Rape Mode. For World 5, this is the only screen that I have to practice, and I'm going to quickly explain how I do this. For the first two spikes, what I do is I wait until they're inside of each other, and that's when I fall down. So, now. Works every time. These spikes are a little bit more complicated. Here, I wait until there's an opening, and there's an opening if the spike that looks to the right, so where the tip is on the right side, hits this right wall. That's how I do it, so I should fall down now. And this is pretty similar, just wait until there's an opening and go through. And this is exactly the same. And then make two very quick small jumps. You shouldn't take too much time here. And this is the most complicated thing to do. How I do it, again, is I look at the spike that looks to the right, and I focus on that one, and as soon as it hits the left wall, I fall down. So, now. You saw that I was hugging that right wall. That's just how I do it. There's an endless amount of ways how you can do it. So go through here, wait for openings. As soon as that spike hits the left wall, fall down. Perfect, and last time, I'm not going to practice it too much. I think that's enough. Okay, that was bad. But yeah, I'm not going to practice it too much. This is enough practice. And attempt number 1 for World 5. So for this first trap, what I do here is the trigger's on the right side, so I stick to the left side, and when I do that, the sign will appear late. And I will be able to do this in time. And here I double jump to make this easier. Then go up here, and this whole first part is pretty much just very tight and close jumps where you don't have a lot of space to move around in. Now go up here and activate that trigger. But the one good thing about this world is that it's not really long. It's probably the shortest world. So if you die, it doesn't really matter. You can just ignore it and keep trying. Here you have to do very small jumps, as you can see, and it may take a while until you get the hang of it. Here it's the same, very tight jumps. And here just go with spikes, go with the flow, more or less. That is pretty much half of this world. There are only a few screens you have to go through, but I think that's an okay first session, and now I will start cutting it. I died here last time, so how I should do this is I should hold down jump when I bounce off this enemy, and then hit my head on this block, and then double jump over. So let me try that. Yeah, that was close, but that's sort of how you do it. This is hard. I'm just going to go for it. That was bad, but okay. It's a lot of progress for my fourth or what attempt. Oh well. Very good. Okay, now I have to time it that the upper enemy moves left when I get up there, so I should jump now. Yep. Okay, this is very far. This is almost at the end. That was close, and now the part... Oh. Boshy. Thank you. And now the part that I had to practice. This will take long. I'm really taking my time with this. And I died anyway. Disappointing, but it's still a learning experience. Next time, I'll do it better. I'm very satisfied as soon as I get to this part, because now it's time to be serious again. Everything up to this part is just boring. Now get as close to the edge as possible, and then just pray. Yes. I have improved so much since the first time I've tried to beat this game on rape mode. Maybe a little rough around the edges. I could have done a few things better for sure, but that I am very, very happy with this run. And without taking a real break, I'm going to quickly introduce Sonic. Just try to survive. And that is of course perfect advice. There isn't really a lot I can tell you about this phase. Just try to get as much damage or deal as much damage as possible, because he will go to phase 2 after a certain amount of hit points. And now he will have these rubber band physics, and there are a lot of ways how he can fly around. He can make these half circles, he can fly around you and circle you. And you just have to get him to do that pattern you like the most. And I like it best if he is moving left and right in these half circles below me. That is the best way. He'll circle you, just shoot, and now he'll charge at you from either the left or right side. And now he will circle you again, and you can still inflict damage. Do focus on these emeralds. They can be very tricky to avoid if you don't focus on them. And now avoid tails, avoid the rings, and it starts from the beginning again. I don't have him on a good spot. If you jump, as soon as he gets to this attack, then he'll spawn higher, and you won't be able to deal as much damage as possible. And I don't expect to beat him on this attempt. That would be crazy. Yeah. I didn't expect to die on that attack. That's disappointing. But that was an amazing first attempt, and that's good enough for me. For now, at least. But all things considered, I still think that Sonic is a pretty cool boss fight. I mean, he is one of the hardest bosses. I wouldn't say the hardest boss, but he's definitely up there with the hardest ones. And because he doesn't rely on luck, he relies a lot more on actual skill. That makes him actually fun to fight against. And sometimes the dodges that you pull off are so incredible and insane. Even if they're not planned, if they're just completely out of luck, it feels so good if you pull them off.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game. Now I'll show you.
That was so close. I hate if the rings spawn so close to each other. Okay, that is pretty good. That is very promising. This can easily be it. Okay. That was way too fast. Like that was such a fast completion of Sonic, my god.